Hi guys, so we are at Locust Lake State Park and I'm going to share with you some of our campsite setup and hacks. We're here for 4 days and 3 nights, so not an extremely long trip, but a decent trip. One of the things I always like to do is mark our site so we know where we're at. Like at nighttime here I have these little solar lights so you can see when you walk up to our site where it is. In the back of the truck here I keep a 3-bin storage organizer. In here we keep snacks for the kids and dry ingredients, things that don't need to be kept cold. I keep the s'mores kit up here, some paper towels, things organized. All of our bread this trip is kept in this little cooler bag so it's out of the way, not getting squished by anything. One of our biggest hacks I think that we do is our fishing rod organization. So up here on the ceiling of the truck, so everyone can still sit comfortably, we put the fishing rods. It's basically just a little curtain rod, and then we have a pool noodle up front. It gets the job done and costs virtually nothing to do. All the girls have their hammocks set up. Isabella's hanging like a little bat out of hers right now, having a good time. We brought all of the kayaks this trip and we really stacked them on there. 5 kayaks on a little trailer, and we had bikes on there too. The girls' tent is their usual setup. We have the pool noodles on the guy lines and tarp underneath, which these girls know better. This should be tucked under. You always want to make sure that your liner for your tent is tucked under so that way it doesn't collect water. We also have a little carpet at their doorway to clean their feet off before they go in. As always, we have our gear tent to shove stuff in, keep it out of sight. If it's raining, it keeps it dry. Gear tent takes up no space when traveling. All of our chairs now. I thought this was something that was just like a known thing, but I'm going to share it with you anyway. The back area here of your chair is perfect to store your chair bag. So it doesn't get lost. It's right where you need it. Simple. Our tent, we actually decided this time to leave the rain fly off for the night. We typically don't do that, but we definitely did not have any rain. So that was a nice change. Things are a little messy in there this morning, but you can see right up to the sky there. It's pretty cool. Something else I always do in our tent is hang a cheapy string light. And there is my little red Solo Cup light. I bought that at the Dollar Tree a couple years ago, literally $1, and it gives a nice light at night. We invested in a new little hammock. This was from Aldi. It was one of their Aldi finds, and it's definitely portable and nice and sturdy.
Ours is from Sam's Club.
Yes, the girls' hammocks are from Sam's Club. Says Little Peanut Gallery. And they've had those for years now. Those things really stand up. We have a clothesline hung here. Now, something that I have always done on any of the trips that we've gone on ever is use our clothesline almost as a divider for the sites. It gives us a little extra privacy. And here they almost have like this little pathway in between the sites. So I used our extra tablecloth and made our little, essentially like doorway. So it gives the next site over some extra privacy, and it gives us some extra privacy also. We have a new canopy. I'm so excited for this. This thing is 13 feet by 13 feet. It's massive. I mean, I literally could just sleep under there. It's so big. But this was a real easy up. We got this at Dunham's. It was a sale there. And again, I always hang my string lights up. These are 4, again, Dollar Tree, so $4 for all of these lights here. And they're super bright at night. We'll have to add a picture here so you can see that. Also, always hang up some lanterns little bungee cord and clip it onto the lantern. The carabiners we always use, and we have lights on that side as well. We have flags over there. Table is a little messy. We just had breakfast here, but something else that I always try to do is I stretch out the tablecloth and I leave part of the table exposed for a hot area. I hear all the time of people melting their tablecloths or melting their tables. So if you leave an area exposed right away, you're set up to go. Right there we have our coffee pot, which was super hot this morning, and just set it right on the edge of the table. We have all of our firewood under here right now too. It's keeping dry on the table, and it's under the canopy obviously. We don't have to worry about it getting wet on the ground, and we have more than enough space. This is a really big picnic table. Camp kitchen, this is one of my favorite parts. I always hear people asking about tips and tricks and hacks for their camp kitchen. We set it up always away from the tents so that if there's any little creatures that come in the night or big creatures, it's not by us. Coolers. I've said this in a video before, but I'm going to say it again. Drinks in one cooler, food in the other. Now brace yourself, this is loud. Okay? But food is almost always in its own cooler. I keep the orange juice in here, but this is really packed down with ice in here. And then I decided to just bring the whole eggs this time. But sometimes I actually will whip these up in a jar or pourable container ahead of time. It was just kind of a last minute trip this time, so just throw them in. But I keep all of our different ingredients in here in these sealed lock and lock type containers. All of our like deli cheeses and shredded cheeses and everything are kept in one. Lunch meats, you know, fruits, veggies that are cut up go in these. Anything that can be frozen, I freeze. So that way it works as ice and it stays fresher. In here, fruits and veggies that are not prepped already. Like right now I have lemons in there and avocados. I don't go camping without those. New this trip, we got a black stone grill or griddle, however you'd like to call it. We're trying this out, something different, something new. And so far we've made burgers and egg McMuffin sandwiches on there, and it was a definite win. We also got a little sterno burner. This takes a little butane. We made the coffee on there this morning and made the eggs right in this little pan. Real convenient. We have up here on the canopy, we just have a little bungee cord and the paper towels are up there. This has to be the ultimate hack right here. So any little cooking utensils that we use and we're not washing right away, we just have a bungee cord up here, clip it up, and they're up out of the way. You don't have to worry about animals coming after that. I think I've said this before, but we always primitive camp. We don't camp where there is water on the site or electricity. So this makes that more convenient. You have to take a little walk to wash those. I also use a 3-bin storage organizer out here for all of our cooking utensils, extra cups, all of our reusable stuff is in here, storage bags all in here. And most of this other stuff here gets put away as well. This doesn't just sit out. This is also one of our big hacks here. As you see, it's just a piece of wood cut to the size we wanted on top of a storage tote, but we set that up next to the fire for mountain pies, which I will do a whole separate video on what a mountain pie is. But essentially it is a cast iron pie iron that you can make just about anything over the fire on. These girls are getting rammy. They're all ready to go swimming. So those are some of our tips and tricks and hacks. We will always be posting more. I realize all the time how many we have. There's so many things that we just do and don't even realize that we've been doing for such a long time. Oh, that's another one. Speaking of kids. So I definitely want to mention something in the day and age that we're in. So many kids have cell phones. All of ours do. And you kind of have to be worried about where you let them go no matter what. So as a mom, something that I suggest doing and that I do with mine is if you're not already, have them share their location so that way wherever they go, they can go exploring and you can still keep a watchful eye on them, make sure that they're okay. So my last hacks here are going to be safety geared, I guess you could say, with the trailer and with us bringing all of this gear. This is a big investment that we've made in having all of these kayaks and having all of this gear over time. It certainly adds up. You want to keep that investment secure. We have a locking hitch pin. I hear so many times about trailers being stolen, RVs being stolen. It's unimaginable to me to have that happen. So locking hitch pin, it's certainly not going to completely stop someone, but it may deter them. If someone wants to take something, they're definitely going to find a way, but that will definitely cause some ruckus if they're trying to get that off. Also, with us bringing all of our bikes for the kids, we bring I think it's like a 12-foot long locking cable. So you can hook them all together and it gives you enough space that you can actually hook it to a tree. I hope you found these tips and tricks helpful. If there's anything specific that you want to know about, if you have questions, if you need tips and tricks for anything, certainly comment. I'll be happy to answer anything. Camping is such a good time, and if you know a few little tricks up your sleeve, it can make it even better. So I hope you enjoyed this. Go with the flow and like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.